Hey, beautiful people. So I did a video earlier today. So we are doing ATC about those comments. So I did a video earlier today called Pregnant Black Woman Gone. Didn't get a chance to give birth. Her married lover decided to murk. Allegedly. That's what the cops are saying. Here she is on the screen doing her little selfie. Let's go ahead and get to it. These are conversations that we don't have, but we need to have because some people didn't get the memo. And they're dealing with these Dusties and a married Dusty, and death is showing up at the door. So, Summer said, this is a dangerous position for any woman from any community. I watched true crime and a woman involved in a love triangle. One of them usually have to go. Not worth it. Exactly. A dangerous situation. So why walk yourself right into it? Daniela says, play stupid games and win stupid prizes. Black women, we have to move smarter and do better. This was very preventable. Leave men alone, especially black men. This was very preventable. It didn't have to be. Woes without a cause. It was preventable. She has 2 children, probably not married. And how do you think a married man, a man that's already married, is going to result in a ring? Shirley Griffin, this is the girl, you from the Ozarks? She says, correct. I've been dust-free since 73 and child-free for life. Listen to one of my favorite country western musicians, Dry Yoking with Girl. Hey, okay, get it on, Miss Shirley Griffin. Kathleen King says, in the Ozarks, plenty of country music stations. I like certain ones like Johnny Cash, Brad Paisley, Joshua Turner. Listen, I really like Brad Paisley. I got his first CD that when he came out was Sleeping on the Fold Out. So that was my first CD by Brad Paisley. And to be honest with you, this was like decades ago, maybe 20 years ago. I got that by accident. But yeah, I know all about Sleeping on the Fold Out. And about his mama dating. I really like It Was Never Meant to Be. Wow. Don't cause me to pull out some country this morning. You know how I get. Or this afternoon. Kathleen King says at 24, where's Katharine Hepburn? I wonder if she was a child from a single mom trying to be creative. Diana Prince says, ladies, listen up. Delusional buttercup. The ones who's thinking, I'm in love with a married man. And don't come tell us this just happened. You put yourself in a position and disaster is happening. So Diana Prince says, they never leave their wives. They want their cake and eat it too. No telling what his financial situation is either. It will just get worse with the overturning of Roe versus Wade, married or not. These Dusties don't care about nobody. Hello. But themselves. So true. Leave all Dusties alone, married and otherwise. Or she might still be here. Poor young lady. Hannah says, black women need to stop chasing men and take care of their kids. Girl, amen. And take care of yourself. 2 more traumatized children. Exactly. I'm sure she knew he was married. Why do it to yourself? And we're going to get to that, okay? Let me take a quick break and kind of get into it now. Lovely Day says, black women, please, these males don't think or feel like you. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. Listen to Lovely Day. And that's the song by, is that man Withers? A lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. I really like that. Lovely day. I remember jamming to that, I think in the 70s with my dad. In fact, it's the opposite. So don't follow them. Just focus on yourself. Shirley Griffin's back in her house again with exactly. Now, Diamond said, at this point in life, these women signed the dotted line for a reservation at the cemetery. That's what yes. When you get with the Dusty. So, before I get, Basher says here, show enough preach, simply said, it ain't worth your life. Just make the best of your situation. Never, never, never trust a married man. They never leave. Yes. So, let me get to why I think in these comments, why are they with these married men? These chicks didn't get the memo. I'm going to let Dickie go ahead and tell you. Dickie says, baby mamas need to recognize they wouldn't be a baby mama if a man loved and respected them. And that is true. I know it hurts, but it's true. If he loved you and his baby, he would be taking care of you and his baby. Dickie's trying to tell you. He would be taking care of the housing, transportation, healthcare, etc. What kind of man leaves a woman to struggle alone? The kind that doesn't give a damn. Women taking care of other women and children in the black community is what we see all around us. Yes, and let me tell you something. It's messing up the money. It is. A man doesn't want a baby just because he has sex with us. True. We need to invest in ourselves and stop having children before we can afford to care for them. The struggle bus is already overloaded. Okay, it's busting at the seams. It's about to run out of gas. Plan a better life for yourself and your mother, aunts, and cousins have. Yes. So, here's why I think they are doing this. There was a lady, and I kid you not, I wish it wasn't true what I'm about to tell you, but it's true. This lady was a church lady. At the time, she was late 40s. So, and the other lady, I knew them both. They both had 4 kids. Both had 4 kids, and they had never been married. Now, the first one that was a church lady, I think she was 46 at the time. So, she had 4 kids, never been married. Sorry, I was outside doing my walk and then it started raining, caught in allergies. So she was dating a man that was married. Lord have mercy. And she followed him to the church. This is a different church story, different story. That's the one I told earlier today about the one that showed up with her baby. So this one here, she's late 40s. Her kids are grown. Okay. So when her kids are grown out the house, one in jail, she was dating a married man. After dating the married man, he went back to his wife. So she heard about it. This was a very large church. So she went to the church. Keep in mind, her kids are grown. None of these kids are his. And she said to me, yeah, I saw him up at that church and he tried to ignore me and I wanted to talk to him in front of his wife. And she said, now she didn't cause a scene. She said he saw her, walked away, and she said, I couldn't believe it. He got in a car with his wife, and he and his wife had 2 boys, okay? And I think those boys are like teenagers, okay? So she's older. This man and his wife, they've got teenagers. She said, I'm not going to let him just walk away from me like that. She said he got into the car with his wife and those 2 boys, and he said they were going to dinner and walked away from me. And she said they all got in the car and it made me mad, like they were some big happy family. They are a family. Because a lady, no insult to her, but she's got papers on them, honey. The lady, he married her. They are married. There is a marriage certificate. They have 2 teenage boys. And legally, they are a family. And she was like, he walked away from me. She did tell me that he dumped her. He called her off. She said, he walked away from me like I was nothing. Gonna walk away like they're one big happy family. And she was that angry. You're in your late 40s. You chose to get involved with a married man. And now he's let you go. Oh, yes. I remember her telling me how he said he's going to try to work out things with his wife. And that's why she came to the church. But she didn't act a fool. I'll give her that. But they had a brief conversation, and he left her, and she saw him enter the car with his wife and his 2 teenage boys, and that made her very angry. But darling, she's mad at the wrong one. Okay, so why do I think they're doing this? So this is round 2. Now she done already struck out with the first married man. This round 2, this what really did it, and this is why I think these women are so delusional and thinking they're going to build their happiness. And I think I saw something with Tyler Perry that said, you cannot build your happiness off of someone else. These women are trying to build their happiness off of misery. They do not care about breaking up a family. They don't care about a marriage because they haven't been married. I've had a friend tell me, I'm going to go ahead and file for divorce. And, we're both married at the time. And I was like, are you sure? Maybe think about it. Can you guys try and work things out? Okay, so a lot of times you haven't been married, they don't have any respect for it. All they know is that they see that and they want that. So let me tell you her second story, and then I'll go into further detail. So the second time around, The other lady that we knew was in her late 30s. Remember I told you, but they both had 4 kids and had never been married. Well, the other friend had 4 kids and she had never been married. And she was a nice looking lady, you know. She had a rocking body, you know. She was had a very nice figure, you know, all curvy and all that. She had 4 kids. And once her car was down, so I gave her a ride because she took care of herself and looked real nice. I'm like, girl, you got those heels on the bus. Oh my goodness. Where are you going? I'm like, you don't have any extra shoes? I saw a girl come, and I'm single at the time, younger, you know, so I don't have any kids, just me and my little bungalow. So I'll give you a ride. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, I said, you came in the bus stop. You know, you look so cute, but you cannot be on the bus stop like that. And she had to go pick up her children. And then, you know, you got to take the bus to get the kids. And oh my gosh, another bus to get home. This is so not cool. So I gave her a ride. I said, well, how long is your car going to be down? And she needed to wait till 2 weeks. I said, okay, well, you know what? I'll give a week or two. I said, I'll just give you a ride. You know, it's no big deal. And you got the kids, so I'll give you a ride until you can get the money for your car. Because I believe in looking out for women. As a black woman, let's do it. Not a problem. So she ended up getting married. And she was marrying the preacher. So the other one that was, so she's like late 30s, okay? Late 30s. So the one that's like late 40s, they go to the same church. So she says to me, girl, she got married. Yes, girl, I can't believe she done got her a preacher. She got married, got her a preacher. I said, oh, okay. I said, yeah. And plus the girl had already told me that she was getting married. He proposed to her. She was sending a preacher. So I already knew about that because I knew both of them, okay? We worked together. So here's where it got a little sad. After maybe being married, I'm thinking 4 years. The one in her late 40s. She said, yeah, I saw her at church on Sunday. Oh, let me tell you. What? She goes, so I asked her, how's the marriage going? Yeah. And she said, she told me, you know, there's a lot of people around the church, girl. She said, but she kind of took me to the side. She looked at me and told me, quote, I don't think I'm going to be there alone, end quote. Okay. Now, this is when you normally say, oh, girl, I'm so sorry. Oh, no. You might try to work out your problems, get some counseling, try to work it out. That's what you normally would say. The one, and I don't mean to laugh, it just sounds like a joke. So the one that was her late 40s, the other one, and you know what she said to me? I put my hand on the Bible. I lie not, I exaggerate not. She said to me, she said, girl, I'm going to be keeping up with that. She said, I hope she does divorce him so I can get my chance at him. You see that car he bought her? He bought her a Benz. She said, I hope they do get a divorce so I can try to date her. I'm going to try to get with him. And I thought to myself, wow, you want to try to get with him? So it's leading me to believe when you see women and they have gone through a lot, some more than others, especially being a baby mama, I think what they're seeing a man who has provided or is helping or assisting a woman in a way that they've never had. And I think what they're doing, they're willing to destroy your home. In other words, I've been through a whole lot. Hell, it's my time. I think that's what they're thinking. It's my time now. Heck, shoot, I've been through it. I ain't never been married. It's time for somebody to treat me like a queen and give me a ring. So they will deal with these married men and having these babies, and they're thinking one thing: I'm gonna let the wife know, and she's gonna find out and leave him, and then he's gonna be with me. That's what I think they're doing. They are so desperate and so delusional. They're seeing what they haven't had, and they figure, well, listen, he's this kind of man. Why? Because he's done it for her. He's married her. He didn't leave her to be a baby mama. It's my turn. I like a little Taylor. I want my turn. I want my turn. I'll do whatever it takes. So they go and get pregnant by these men, thinking, oh, he gonna leave her. Newsflash. I told one lady, I told Becky. Becky had got with a married man. He was a banker. He got divorced. They had been dating off and on. When the divorce came through, she moved her behind out of state. Signed a year lease. The divorce was final. He had already bought him. Divorce was final. Had already bought him another house. Matter of fact, yeah, he was a VP at the bank. I already bought him another house and was doing a fixer-upper. And you know what she was saying? I'm waiting on him to ask me to go ahead and move in. I want him to ask me to move in. My lease is up. And I told him several times my lease is up. He never asked her to move in. And I'm like, girl, he just got divorced. It's barely been 30 days. He's already bought a house and a fixer-upper. He's fixing it up. I said, she was like, and my clock is ticking. I want a baby. I said, that right there, I can tell you, scaring them all. Let's try it again. What you trying to put him into, girl? He's already lived that. He's escaped. Number one, he's got some money. And men like that, I'm sorry to tell you, they're not like the BC. Okay? They give a darn about their legacy. He's not going to have his kids out there. He's not going to be like Steve Harvey saying, we're going to spend all the money. Newsflash. Those kind of men, they're not like Steve Harvey. I'm going to spend all the money, me and your mama. They're not like that. They give a darn about themselves and their lineage. So what they're going to do is make sure that those kids are taken care of. Do you understand? And you trying to roll up past and being a side piece and thinking he want to go ahead and get booed up and married to you and put a bun in the oven. You have lost your mind. And guess what? She ended up leaving town because he never did ask. Situation number 2. Black woman. 2 of them, actually. One late 20s, I think she was 27. The other one's about 35, 36. Both of them got pregnant by married men. Yeah. The one I was on the first time, oh yeah, we were talking and dating. And I was saying, I'm like, so you want to get married, but why the hell are you dating a married man? Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Be practical. As Joel Gilbert said, simply said, you can preach. Very pro-brain, self-love, and practical. Yes, I try to be. You're hitting on all the right cylinders, tools. If I could give your video thumbs up 1,000 times, I would appreciate you so much. Guess what happened? Both of them end up being baby mamas and by themselves. Both of them. One, she went and told her wife about her being pregnant. You don't want to know what happened? You don't understand life. See, marriage is a contract. And not all people are emotional. Sometimes it's a business contract. He has some money. He's not going to take it, tear it down all because of you. Want to know what happened to her? The little youngin', 27. She going to say, I got his baby. The visits start less. Oh, yeah, he was coming to see her. He made a decision. He wasn't finna destroy his home, put for sale sign in the yard of his house, destroy his children's lives and his money. He started visiting her less. He and his wife had a conversation, and he presented her with how much he's willing to pay for child support. And guess what else? He was like, yeah, got some legal papers for you, sweet treat. Had papers drawn up where he was offering to pay child support. No visitation. Ha! Yes, baby. Willing to pay child support. Didn't want visitation. Now you see what you mean to him. But trying to build your happiness off someone else. How do you think she felt? You weren't getting a ring and a house. You'll get your little payment, but you're going to still be in an apartment. And he totally stopped coming around. Totally stopped coming around. When to pay child support, there will be no visitation. It's not having his last name. Want nothing more to do with you. Because I hate to tell you, you're a plaything. You're looking at things through rose-colored glasses, fantasizing. And I'm like Cat 91. You can count me out all these balloons and to go fund me when something happened to him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Joe Gilbert said life is business. Exactly. And why do you think that man made that decision? He and his wife. Well, they'll pay, but there'll be no visitation. He wants nothing to do with her and that child. Now, Southern Nappiness, again, what does she say? A married Dusty is very dangerous. Hello, how many women been murdered because he's married? old and dusty looking too? Boop. Yes, a married dusty child is very, very dangerous. That's the worst kind. You messing with his money. You messing with his money. Glock Tavis Brown said, go Austin, but said, some of the stuff, it does kind of get to me, but it's like, it's war without a cause. Chocolate Princess said, I'm not victim blaming here, but she brought this on herself. Why would she get pregnant or sleep with a married man? This was her karma. Girl! She's not an innocent victim. Who was that said about signing up for some paperwork at the cemetery? Who was that? Somebody said, oh, yes. Diamond said, these women signed the dotted line for a reservation at the cemetery. So true. Go pick out your plot. Because messing with these dusties, you are guaranteed to get got. Go and pick out your little plot right now. Go ahead and go do it. And Chocolate Princess is right. She brought this on herself. She put herself in a situation. Purple Love says, or any man at all that she is not married to. Exactly. So, as I said, sometimes women are delusional. They get jealous of what a married woman has, and they think this is the only way to get it. It never works out. Never. I think they see themselves in a wise position, and that's why I think why they're doing this. It's time to be me. Me. Michelle Turtle, I already told you, you buy a toy, you better off. Leave black men alone. Miss Meek said, wow, I am so shocked. Miss Meek, I'm not. Ooh, and RM says, if a man has an proposed marriage after 6 months, he does not intend to marry you. Ooh, what y'all think about that? So Quester here has a comment about how to help black girls at the local court-appointed child advocate. It's a volunteer position that the courts appoint for children in the foster care system after they have been taken away from their mothers and families. And those kids, I think a lot of them are living a nightmare. And yes, Ruth Bobo, I saw that. It's on my list. I'll try and get to it, if not this evening, tomorrow. Aldi abruptly closes Chicago grocery store, partly due to crime. ABC 7, Chicago. I saw it. So, yeah. Oh, and the last one I mentioned, late 30s. She's the one that said she and a man was talking. She's the one that said she wanted to get married. But she dating a married man. She got pregnant, had the baby, and she was telling me how she was, I guess something about she's waiting for him to tell his wife and see what's going to happen next. Yeah, well, he obviously told his wife, and guess what? She gets her little child support, and he's out of her life. You don't seem to understand. You're trying to build your happiness off of someone else's misery. Now, the wives are still alive, and some of these ladies, you are dead. Like the one here. This lady right here, poor thing. I already got 2 kids. I'm not a mind reader, but my opinion, when these things are happening, they are seeing the lives of the men and the wives, and they're wanting that so bad. There's a scripture about the heart is desperate to do wicked. And I hate to say it, let's not contribute to your own demise. They don't care about trying to break up a family. I think they get so desperate. But the Dusty don't care about you, baby. A Dusty is worried about them dollars. And before you break the bank and break his wife's heart, they'll take a chance on you. They will cause your death, and you will part. On a permanent way, though. Or you going to get your death to his part. That's what this guy gave her. He gave her till death to do his part. He parted her by giving her death. Who didn't get the memo? And the sad thing is some woman that's thinking, oh, it ain't me, it ain't me. I'm sure many of them thought the same thing and ended up on a cold slab at the ME, the medical examiner. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the matter. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thumbs up or thumbs down. With Dusties, death is guaranteed. There's some drama always going down. I'm out.